Welcome back, children. Good morning. We are in lesson 8, chapter 8, How do organisms reproduce? So far, what we discussed, do organisms create exact copies of themselves, and importance of variation, modes of reproduction, particularly asexual reproduction. Now, at the back of this, I have mentioned that reproduction is of three types: asexual reproduction, vegetative, and sexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction, we are going to discuss plants and animals. Now, asexual reproduction already we discussed. What we have to discuss now today's my topic is vegetative propagation. Vegetative reproduction is also called as vegetative propagation. So this vegetative propagation, what is the definition of vegetative propagation? A new plant arises from any part of the plant, of the parent plant, without the involvement of the flower or seed, is called vegetative propagation. So it may be two types: natural methods and artificial methods. What are natural methods? Maybe by root, maybe by stem, or maybe by leaf. And artificial methods are stem cutting, grafting, layering, and tissue culture. So now we are going to discuss all this point. Today my topic is the vegetative propagation, advantages and disadvantages. This is the topic. Sexual reproduction I will take up in the next session. Right? So natural methods, roots, stems and leaves; artificial or man-made methods, cutting, layering, grafting and tissue culture. One by one now we will discuss. Right? Here you are able to see this carrot and pieces of carrot which I have grown in my uh, garden, in my pots. So here this tip part I cut it and I planted 15 days back. So these they have grown into new plants. So this is stem. So natural vegetative propagation by root. So when you cut this swollen parts of this root, each root will grow into a new plant. So after some time, once this green color, the foliage is converts into yellow color, then you can see that the carrot is ready. So here the bottom of this, here bottom of this natural vegetative propagation by roots. Here you can see the pick which I have grown, the carrot which I have grown in my pots. So here 15 days, 15 to 20 days it took to grow like this. So now the upper part, so little swollen part, if you cut and sow it, new plant will arise. So what actually happens, the root from the bottom of this root, adventitious roots will form and it will start growing into a new plant. So this is an example of a natural vegetative propagation by roots. And this is the main difference between our potato and carrot. Carrot only one plant you will get, but on the potato so many plants you will get from the eyes. So I will show you that also. Natural vegetative propagation by stem. So some plants reproduce by means of stems. They may be aerial stems. So aerial stems example, runners. Runners means here you can see grass. The first picture you can see grass at regular intervals. The shoot is growing regular intervals. At the bottom root will grow and at the top shoot will grow. So like a regular intervals you can observe where the people are watching that. So that is runners example. Then sucker. Sucker example, chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum plant is heavy plant. So due to that heaviness it will sink into the soil. The part, the stem which is sunken into the soil develops the branches. These branches grow horizontally and after certain time they will become erect, vertical, and it will start giving the leaves and other vegetative growth. So it appears that one chrysanthemum plant is there, around that so many plants you can observe. Then stolon. Stolon is equivalent to layering, which I am going to explain in the next slide, next slide. So this is stolon. Stolon example, jasmine. So jasmine you can see the part, the branch which is nearest to the soil can bend it, and if you put some little soil and put some weight on that, after certain days it will become a new plant. Next, offsets. Offsets generally aquatic plants which will float on the water. At regular intervals, bottom they will grow roots and on the top they will have vegetative growth. So example, pistia, eichhornia, we see now duckweed. Duckweed is the example. The next one is underground stem. Underground stem, example tuberous stem, potato, rhizome, ginger and turmeric. Now tuberous stem, you can see here potato, and the potato which I have grown in my garden, you can observe this. See how big plants they have grown, 20 days, almost 20-25 days over. So many, it became very huge plant. Now see here, wherever the vegetative buds are there, their new plants are slowly coming out. So here these parts are called vegetative buds. This is the vegetative structure where actually the new plant will arise. This is what I mentioned when I was teaching carrot. Carrot, you will have only one plant at the tip of the root, but on the stem, potato stem, you will have so many plants. That is, wherever the node is there, their new plant will come out. Okay, next. Rhizome, ginger and turmeric. Next one, underground stem is bulb, onion, example onion and garlic. Here at the bottom you can see the roots are developed, and on the top shoot you can see. And here actually the bulb what we are eating is the leaves. So the disc shaped structure which we will cut and throw while cooking, that is the condensed stem. From that only the leaves will grow, and the bottom roots will grow. Okay. Next one is natural vegetative propagation by leaves. Here I collected bryophyllum leaf from our school. You know their 10th, old 10th C class. Near that you have this bryophyllum plant. So these notches, wherever notches are there, their new plants will arise, and they will grow into a individual plants. So these generally bryophyllum we should not give favorable conditions. Nicely if you plant in the soil, it will grow like a very big huge tree. So that's why we should not give favorable conditions. If you did not give favorable conditions, you can observe the growth of the new plants from the notches. Now why these notches new plants will arise means their vegetative buds will be present. Because of these vegetative buds, bryophyllum is able to give new plants, whereas other leaves cannot give new plants from their notches. Artificial vegetative propagation. First one is stem cutting. So generally sugarcane or rose or shoe flower, we just cut the stem and we will put it in the soil. It will grow into a new plant. So that is cutting. Then layering. Layering means plants like jasmine, the stems are capable of bending into the soil. The selected branch is first defoliated. Defoliated is nothing but we have to remove the leaves. So that I am going to share the video. Right. This is jasmine. You can see the flower here. Now this branch is defoliated. Defoliated is nothing but you have to remove all the pluck all the leaves. So this you have to bend it into the soil. Put some mud over it. Leave like that for 15 more days. 15 days or 20 days. So slowly, wait, the tips to be out. Yes. From here, new shoot will form. After 15 days, I will put the pick.